I'm the Mayor of Somerville, Joe Curtatone. I'm proud to speak before you. Thank you, Chairman Morrissey, Senator Tucker, Chairman Dempsey, Representative Kame, and the distinguished members of the Joint Committee. We are proudly referred to as the birthplace of cable competition, the first community to have a nonprofit cable access station established in the 80s, SCAT, the first city in the country to establish cable competition when we renegotiated a franchise license with RCN. So we're very well aware of the benefits of competition. And we're not here just to knock Verizon. We all recognize Verizon as an important corporate partner here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. They employ thousands of people. They play an important philanthropic role for many nonprofits, for many needy causes, and their leadership in this Commonwealth should be commended for that. However, I'm excited about the opportunity to address this committee about the Verizon Special Interest Bill, because that's what it is. It's a proposal that would gut local cable licensing and replace it with a largely unregulated, unsupervised, and unaccountable, one-size-fits-all state licensing process. I mean, the very fact that this legislation has been written by a single corporation, is designed to benefit a single corporation, should be enough to make the legislature and the public extremely skeptical about the value of the bill and the motives of its corporate sponsor. But I mean, this proposal is not simply another regrettable example of corporate welfare. It is, in fact, an effort to free Verizon from any accountability to the communities and consumers it serves, or just as likely that it wishes to avoid serving. Now, Verizon has claimed that the current cable licensing process is too lengthy and too cumbersome. Yet they already possess nearly 50 licenses in Massachusetts, are in the process of getting another dozen more, and they have a standing invitation, Mr. Chairman, for nearly 50 communities in the Commonwealth, right here, including Boston and Somerville, to begin immediate negotiations to establish additional license agreements across the state, and we will submit that for the record as well. But despite its past success and its future prospects, Verizon still says it isn't willing to continue under the current system. And unlike other cable TV providers, Verizon wants the freedom to serve some portions of a community and ignore other portions. It wants the freedom to ignore commitments negotiated by other providers such as Comcast, RCN, to underwrite community access television and provide cable drops to important public buildings like schools or senior centers. And in return for these and many other concessions, for what is essentially a literally rubber stamp or to be able to write its own ticket, Verizon offers the promise of increased competition and lower cable rates. But you'll find out and you'll hear that in too many cases, this promise is an empty one. Because despite all its claims of open competition and its expensive ad campaigns, Verizon simply has no intention of serving many Massachusetts cities and towns for the foreseeable future. Mr. Chairman, I am very proud again to serve as the mayor of the city that led the nation in developing a policy of open competition among cable providers. If Verizon were serious about competition, they would already be operating in Somerville. The fact that they are not, and that do not wish to, speaks volumes about the vast gulf between their propaganda and the reality of what they hope to extract from the citizens of this Commonwealth. As Mayor of Somerville and the President of the Massachusetts Mayor Association and the Chairman of the Association's Telecommunications Task Force, I urge this committee and the entire General Court to reject this blatantly self-serving bill. I and my fellow city officials look forward to discussing this issue with you and your colleagues over the next several weeks, and I thank you for your time this morning.